Hey everyone. So our season's coming up, and I just want to review our last game. I'll probably be a little bit harsh because there was a lot that we could fix up, but for the most part, this game showed a lot of promise. So this point right here, you'll see that Josh got it up on an up line and passed it to Thea for the point in the end zone, which was great. But I want you to watch these three players here and how everyone look at that far sideline. Look at this open space. Where's the center? Around here? Everyone's gravitating towards open space. We don't want that. Ideally, we see one person going there, and if they don't get it, they clear out, and the next person comes in. Because what ends up happening is a lot of defenders end up in this area. Fortunately, Thea gets that, and everyone's able to celebrate together. But we don't want to attack the same space other people are attacking. So over here, Kendra, your back is to the person when your back should be to the open side, so that you could always watch your person cutting and the frisbee by just turning your head. But the person gets to your back, you take a step towards them towards the break side, and then the person runs to the open side, and now you're left on the back. So we don't want to be in that position. Thea, you too, except yours is the opposite problem. You're looking only at your person and your back is to the frisbee. So we want to angle out so that we could easily turn left, look at the frisbee, turn right, look at our person. And we should be on the open side anyways. Looking at Anthony back there, he's in a good spot, but he's on the break side. So he could come farther back. He doesn't have to be so close to his person. Not too sure what happened there. So right now, Jaron, you're cutting on the you're cutting on the brake side, it's fine. But ideally we want to get to that middle. And Josh just made a give and go move. So he threw it to Emma, went up the line. Issue is, once again, people were clogging in this area. We can't be doing that. Let's go back a second. A little bit more. So the opponent drops it. We have possession of the frisbee. Josh comes over to pick it up, but there's so many bodies coming over here. We should be flooding into the stack. So Kendra, perfect example of what we need to do. We need to be right here. But because there's people here, nobody can get it. Anthony, you're begging for the frisbee, looking at it, but you're not cutting. You're standing, asking for it. Okay, good job. You cleared out. Good. Who's this? Joanne, dancing around in the area. We need to get out. Kendra, running into where people are. Anthony, why did you come back? You were clearing out. You did a beautiful job. We need to give space. Heroic save by Josh. And then once again, look, prime example of why you don't stand for the frisbee. Jaron is right over here, begging for the frisbee. He's open. Josh sees it. Jaron has no idea where his defender is. Gets the throw. Standing still. Defender gets in there. It's able to get it back after, but so we cannot be standing on the open side. We need to come into the sack. We need to give space and take space. You'll notice right here, I'm on this side. Everyone wants to get to the open side, and I'm telling everyone, push, push, push. If you're looking right here, hey, push, 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 more, 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 more. When we're on the open side, we want to be in the middle, if not even farther. Think when it's on the sideline, as the vertical stack, I want to be far from the frisbee. Because when you're far from the frisbee, now you have space to run to get open. And now, if someone's defending you, they can't ignore you and go poach. So good. So the stack is starting to come here, but it's taking too long. Who is this back here? I think it's Gabriel. Gabriel, why are you standing over there? Blissy, come here a little bit faster. We have three people ready. Oh, Michael, also, you're the furthest back, it looks like. We need to get to this open space, to this middle, so we can create open space. Okay, Patrick takes the open area, is hit. If you're in this position, look, take a sneak peek. Hey, is anyone open over there? Because there could have been a hit over here potentially. I understand that there's handlers and cutters, but I want you guys to get better. So if it's a game where it matters and we need the win, go ahead and tunnel vision on your handlers. But in these type of practice games, go ahead and throw it. Try to throw it from a cutter to another cutter, and if it's a turnover, that's okay. I don't mind mistakes as long as we're making good mistakes. Clogging over here, Michael, that's not a good mistake. If Patrick were to turn, throw it, that's fine. You got a rep. But you're not getting any value from standing here. Uh, so let's see. Made a valid cut over here. You should have started here though. That's a very small path. If you make a small cut, let's say you don't have too much space, and you decide to cut, it takes you 2 seconds. How long does it take for the handler to realize you're making a cut, realize that you made a good cut, and throw it to you? Give yourself more space so that the handler could see you. If you're making these small cuts and you're like, oh, the handler never sees me, I'm never getting thrown to. You might be right. But then as a coach, I have to say, why are you not getting it? It might be because your cuts are too short. It might be because you're clogging. It might be because you have a history of dropping it. And in a game that matters, you can't blame them for not throwing to you when you haven't worked on enough reps to catch it yet. So, yes, we're here for fun, but you still need to get to a certain level to earn those catches. Here, where this is a practice game, doesn't matter. You heard me saying, hey, this person's not allowed to get the next point or something like that. And I put rules on you guys so that everyone starts to get touches. But let's keep in mind, as the coach, I'm not saying that so that everyone's having fun necessarily. Although I do hope that you're all having as much fun as I do when I play Frisbee. I'm saying that so that people get touches. So for the experienced people, hey, let's build our team up. Let's get them to where we want them to be. For the people who are still developing, let's try to get as many touches as possible and make good mistakes and come and ask me questions. And we could look at these videos back together. And then just a lot of practice, a lot of touch, and just trying to enjoy ourselves as we get better. But I want that to be you look up and you throw it, hopefully to someone open. Right here, Esther could make a cut right there. Patrick could make that cut right there. Um, Even though it looks like, oh, Gabriel's not doing anything there. Beautiful. Just stay in that stack, look for an opportunity. If I saw this as Esther and I saw Patrick storming towards the end zone, maybe I'll hang back. I don't want to get hurt. And then I'll make the second cut. Okay, I like that Blissy's clearing out as soon as she gets all the way. Oh, but then I remember Kayla was here on the break side. And if we look back, let's watch Kayla here. So Kayla gets into a good spot. She's in the stack, and then she cuts. And she cuts at a great time if Patrick turned and looked at her. But that didn't happen. And so when JP got it back, Kayla, you never came back to the stack. You have to make the cut, realize, oh, I didn't get thrown to. I need to give space again. But because you stayed there, your defender was there to block it. So we're on defense. You'll notice that the frisbee's with this girl, and JP is poaching the lane. So the handler is somewhere over here. He's like, okay, I don't care about you. I'm gonna go make the throw upfield harder. Because if they keep making throws that isn't making it to the end zone, the chances of them messing up is increased. So let's make that hard. So the handlers can poach. Esther, your position is probably kind of on the wrong side. Frisbee's over here. You should stand over here instead of over there. Gabriel's good. Patrick. Is this person who someone who goes deep all the time? Because if they are, if he could just run through your back. Remember, there's the concept of cutting, taking someone's back, and if they go in, you're not in a position to stay in front of him. So it's not the greatest position. Michael, that's fine. You don't have to be holding his hand. It looks like you guys are holding hands. You don't need to be that close. You could give him just a little bit of space. And then you rotate to his back. You took 3 steps and he took 1. You're wasting energy. Let's see, this is fine. See, you have a really good shutdown defense. You stay with your person, but I want you to try to develop a skill of staying with your person while being aware of what's around you. Because I suspect that you're spending all of your effort watching the person, you're staying with every move and you're getting super tired. But remember, on defense, we want them to move more than us, and we want to be efficient with our movement. So just be careful of trying so hard without using too much of your ultimate IQ, which is something we're going to develop as a team together. But as I said, yeah, you're on the right side, you're hunting them down. That's great. Let's look at what was happening back here. So, as I said, Esther, you were behind the person. They easily were able to go up. JP being here made it much harder. And then he started following his person. So his person started going there. JP respected it and started to go. We could have called a no break and JP could have stayed, but that's fine. JP continued to realize, okay, this person's not dangerous. Let's quickly make this not an option. Kayla, is this Kayla? You have to know that JP's not going to switch. This is not a switch. This is a flash poach. He's just, hey, I'm here. Don't throw it. And then he leaves. So you can't be like, okay, I'll just hang back over here. You need to continue and hustle back. And then how did Gabriel get that? So remember, Gabriel, watch where the frisbee is. I'm guessing you have no idea where the frisbee is. You probably thought frisbee's still back here. You think frisbee's over here. Have you looked? No, you haven't looked. You're staring at your person, staring at your person. Frisbee's moved. You have no idea. And you over chased him. Remember, we're not chasing them too much to the break side. We chase them, but the more they go to the break side, the more of a buffer we give them. And then this frisbee was not intended for this person, was not intended for this person, it was intended for this person. It just went and you got a good chance to make a good play on it. But remember, even though you're successful, looking at why you're successful, it was a bit of an accident. So let's be critical of that. Okay, yeah, handshake, spirit of the game, that's fine. But clear out. Get out of here. You're crowding JP and look, now there's this small window that he has to throw through. And look, he's looking for Kayla. Kayla, ooh, it's a little bit behind, so it's not completely your fault. So he looks, and oh, look at that. Kayla, your person is not paying attention at all. So JP throws it. I'm not too sure if you're watching. Always be watching. Make sure that you see what your handlers are doing in case they see you and think you're open. But as you could see, you had to come back for a little bit over the head. It's a little bit hard, I know, But just more practice, Kayla. You're getting there. So you've gotten so much better since last year. And then Patrick's gonna clean up. So let's see what happened there. Blissey, it looked like he got that bad. So, oh, she took your back. So remember, she's running to the break side right there. So over, over here, Blissey, your person is running to the break side, stops. I think you might have checked for the frisbee at this moment. Then she takes your back. So look what happens when you over pursue to the break side. Now you're on the break side, she's on the open side, and look at all of that space. So much space. When you're playing that shutdown D, you need to make sure that you're shutting it down, but we can't get burnt like that. So give them that leash. The more they go to the break side, the more space you give. But lucky they thing. Okay, so for all handlers, you're gonna hear Eugene saying pretty loud. JB, take a second. Take a second, JB. Okay. Oh my god. So you hear Eugene saying, "Hey, take a second, take a second." JP's coming to the frisbee, and he has no idea what's happening behind him. Right? He's walking, he's walking, he's walking. He does a shoulder check, sees Michael. He's like, Michael isn't a handler, so we can't do that center reset. I know what he wants to do. JP wants to grab the frisbee, get it off the sideline, bring it to the middle of the field. But that's a very handler to handler move. We don't want it to a handler to a cutter or a handler to a developing player. So this pickup without looking makes no sense. Is he pumps fake pump fakes, and then now we're on still two, and now he just looked up the field, and now we're panicking a little bit, and it led to a turnover. It could have been a better throw, but we can't be doing that. We can't be rushing. If you want to do a fast break, things have to be in order. You have to be at the frisbee as a handler. You have to look at the cutters, see that there's open space, and have your hand hovering. If you're not ready to throw, we don't make a fast break. And you need to see the cutter ready. And then the cutter has to recognize that you're ready and then make the cut. As a cutter, don't make fast break cuts unless you and the handler seem to have a connection. So I look at you, you're cutting. You see me look at you. I give you a little head nudge, like, hey, go cut. You cut, I hit you. I throw it to you. So we have to make sure that we're doing moves like that and not just picking it up fast or making a random cut for fast breaks for no reason. Okay, Gabriel, let's look at you real quick. So, Gabriel, I like that you have a leash on the person. There's space, but you should have been a little bit more to the open side. This might be a pick. I'm not too sure if he was in your way. Patrick was in your way. He bet you. He just ran right past you. You have to be able to keep up with these people because I know you're fast, right? So it's your ability to turn. Let's see. Can I get to where it is? Uh, your ability to turn to defend, and then you get here. You relax as if, oh yeah, I did my job. And then your person starts to run. Why are you adjusting your hair? Why are you adjusting your hair? Again. Oh yeah, I did my job. Stands up, relaxed, just adjusts his hair, and his person gets away. Didn't do anything. And then you over pursue to the break side a little bit. And then look, they turned over because look at them cluster. Look at the clogging. The other team is messing up. They can't be doing that. And we can't be doing that. We got noticed earlier, um, I think it was Kendra got the block thanks to that. And now Esther got the block thanks to that. So we could see that Clogging is a bad thing. Their teams turned it over because of that. We can't be doing that also. Who else can I look at right now? So right now, Kayla, Gabriel, Esther, you guys are not in the stack. The stack should be in the middle of this goal, right? Looks like Esther's going there. Kayla, looks like you're trying to box him out, which is something that is very common in soccer, but we don't do that in frisbee. It doesn't really end up happening. Um, Blissey, you're in a good spot. Michael, you're in a okay spot, but I prefer this to be a stack. And people want to come here, right? Everyone wants to go close to the frisbee. Everyone's like, oh, close to the frisbee, that's where I get the frisbee. No, no, no. What ends up happening, JP throws away from him, and Patrick's able to get that. JP saw the open space. Look, not open space. Everyone is here. JP points, hey, look, open space. This could be Blissey. No one else is in a position for this. Patrick's momentum is going there. I like that Patrick is one of our main cutters. He often gets the goal, but he clears out to the middle. Beautiful. I don't think he even knows that he's going to get thrown there. I think he's just clearing out. Gabriel could also be getting this. But the fact that he cleared out, JP saw open space, threw it there. Beautiful point. Okay, so here, the frisbee's all the way down there. Justin, why are you hugging your person? Chantel, why are you hugging your person? Nathan, why are you hugging your person? We need to be giving them more buffer. Kendra is over here, I think. Yeah, Kendra. Look. Good. It's a buffer. Maybe you could do a little bit more. But we'll get to how much exactly. That's a feel of the game. But perfect. There's a buffer. Then she takes her back. Not great. We can't let them take her back. Don't put your back on the person because that's when they get space. I think their girl's connected there. So look, the middle of the field is in the middle of the circle. Where's everyone? On the edge of the circle. Where's the frisbee? On the sideline. We should be in the middle of the circle, if not farther, because what do we want to do? We want to make space to cut in. But the stack, it's pretty good. A little bit farther apart from each other. But I forget what you guys call this. I call this tree. But perfectly done. I love how you guys made this cut. So everyone's setting up. We have one cuts. Two, I'm sorry. Let's call this. Is this four? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, four cuts first. Five reacts, and then three goes. One thing I noticed is three. The person who goes deep goes a little bit early, but they have to wait until the back two players leave. So great, and we get it thrown to Kendra. Awesome. And then Chantel, looks like you're going to. It looks like you end up cutting to the open side. It's okay timing. This is what you should be doing. They catch it, then they cut up. The only issue here is who has the frisbee right now? Kendra. And Kendra is still developing her throw. She still doesn't have that confidence to hit this mid-range throw, and she's one of our players who should be looking at our throwing back at their handlers. In this practice game, if you decided to throw that, beautiful. I encourage that. Go ahead and get those practice reps in. It's okay. We lose this game, doesn't matter. It's just a bit of pride, I guess. But that's a good mistake. Not if you're panicking. If you throw it just because you panicked, not a good thing. But if you throw it thinking, hey, I want to practice that, I want to practice my flick to someone running away from me, that's great. So this is a good cut, but not considering the context. I like that Thea hanged back. But now, Justin, why are you over there? You were someone who cut to the break side earlier. So look, you're over there. Why are you going to the open side? Why are you gravitating towards the frisbee? Actually, no, you went to the stack. It's just the stack is a little bit to the open side. Never mind. Good job. You went back to the stack. Josh clear out. So you'll see that Josh, as the handler, is looking to get the frisbee back, and then stands, and then Kendra. If you see someone standing, and their defender is anywhere near them, do not throw them the frisbee. So this is both Josh's fault for standing, not clearing out. Emma should have been the secondary cut, and then Kendra for throwing it to someone who is standing still. I don't know if the stall count is high and you just have to get it off. That's fine. But if you as the person holding the frisbee see someone standing still, we do not throw to people standing still unless they're wide open.